So, if you fell ill or worse, had to be whisked away to a hospital, what would you do with your pet? Well, this pandemic has gotten a lot of us thinking about that very thing. So in today's video, I'm going to share 5 of my best tips to help you prepare for a coronavirus or any emergency and keep your pets safe. Coming up. Hi, I'm Deborah, and you're watching It's Not Just Dogs, the place to be if you love dogs, cats, animals, and the planet. We love our fur babies, and we all want to make sure that they're cared for in the event of an emergency. So here is some helpful information to help you prepare for just that. Tip 1. If you have the time or the opportunity at the first sign of any kind of emergency you might be experiencing, make sure to bring your dogs or cats or pets in and place them in a room or somewhere they can easily be found. Sometimes animals can sense danger and they pick up on our anxieties, and a lot of times they will run and hide, so you want to be able to find them. Tip number 2. You want to make sure that you have one of those pet rescue decals on somewhere near the front of your door in the event someone has to come, a first responder or such has to come, and they'll know you have pets inside. It sounds really like everybody should know that, but I gotta tell you, I don't have one in my window. I guess I thought Mom's always here, but hello, she could have an accident when I'm not here. So it's a good idea to have one of those placed in your window. Tip number 3. It's also a really good idea to, somewhere in your house, easy to find, have a description of your animals, how many you have and where they're located. Sometimes we have a turtle or, maybe some guinea pigs or something. So make sure that you have that as well as the sign on the front door. That will help whoever's trying to find them. Now, the biggest, all in caps and glowing thing on my list. If you become too ill to care for your animals, or if you have to be taken to the hospital in a rush, the most important thing you can do today, this very day, is find at least 2 people that have agreed to, in advance, take care of your animals if such an event occurs. This is a big decision, so don't take it lightly. I can tell you from personal experience, even though we don't really like to think about it, this is something that can make a life or death difference for the well-being of your pet. And if you're thinking, wow, I don't know who I would ask, possibly, let me give you some suggestions to kind of get you started on thinking that route. Of course, the obvious one is family or a friend, but also maybe your pet groomer. I think also a daycare or a boarding facility. Sometimes we get really close with those as well, and they might, help you out in this sort of a scenario. You also might want to check with your vet, especially if it's kind of like the pandemic, or if there was a hurricane or something. Sometimes they don't have room. But those are some of the people that you might start with to think about, to reach out to see if they would be that person that would be on your list for you. Be sure to talk to them about this in advance and provide them with some information on how to get access to the animals or your pets in the event that you're not there when they come to pick them up. I also want to recommend a free resource, and I did say free, that can really help with all of this. I think it's a really handy tool, and it's even kind of a nice tool if you travel often and you need to leave notes for your pet center or someone like me. It's shameless, I'm sorry. It's called 11 Pets, and it's available at the App Store, and again, it is Free, and I've put a link to it down below in the description. I think you might like it. I really think it's pretty awesome. I'm plugging in all of my information for my 2 pets in there as well. Now that you have the big worries out of the way, here's some recommendations for items that you might want to put in your emergency pet supply kit. If you would like a free copy of my coronavirus emergency pet guide, you can just click the link down below and it will take you to a page where you can fill in your information and a download will be sent to you right away. Have all these items easy and handy to reach in a convenient location like the garage or perhaps a storage room, or maybe you have a designated pet room. That would be a good place to stash your kit. Item number 1. The name and contact information for both of your designated caretakers, and a dossier that shares a bit of information about your pet, their likes, the things they don't like, and any other relevant information that would help the caretaker to make this transition easier for your pet. They're likely to be a little stressed. 30 days of your pet's medication and a checklist for dosage. That 11 Pets app is awesome for this. It has a whole section for this very thing, but I still think it's good to have a paper one, a dosage medicine chart, because, and there's a lot of good free ones online. Check for that too. Next, treats, a bag of treats that you like for them to have, poop bags, a leash, toys, and a blanket, their favorite blanket. You'll want to have a crate for transportation, of course. Some of the smaller ones are great, but in this instance, it might be good to have one of those wire collapsible ones that might be just a little bit bigger than they actually need as far as transportation, because, they may wind up wanting to stay in that, and I'd get a blanket so that you could cover it, because some dogs get a little nervous and they like to be a little private for a while, and they may need that in their new location. Then in an envelope attached to that wire mesh or the crate, I think it's a good idea to have the vaccination record of your pet, the microchip number and the microchip company, your vet's information. Obviously you'll need your vet's contact information. Now, it's a good idea to check your kit. If you could maybe put it on your calendar or in your Google Calendar to pop up and remind you. Twice a year is good to just make sure that everything is in good order, hasn't expired or gone sour or anything like that. So it's a good idea to check your kit twice a year. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the like button. And also, if you're new to us, please hit the subscribe button. We love people to join our pack. Also, don't forget to hit that download button if you would like to have a copy of my coronavirus emergency pet guide. All of this information is in it, and it's all written, and it's free, absolutely free. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and see you next time.